And our next speaker is Vandita Ranjan. She is a research scholar at IIPS Mumbai. Vandita,
Yes, sir.
please go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Vandita. Today, I'll be presenting on psychological well-being in elderly Indian population, the role of family. This topic is becoming increasingly important given the demographic change in India, and today we will exploring how family affect the mental health of elderly. So, uh, let's talk about the rapid demographic shift happening in India with declining fertility rates and longer life expectancy. Indian elderly population is booming. Urbanization is also contributing to this shift, presenting new challenge for healthcare, social security, and the overall well-being of older people. At the same time, the traditional family landscape is evolving. The concept of collectivism and filial piety, which supported elder care, is given way to nuclear families, migration, and changing social values. As a result, many elderly individuals are left behind, weakening their support network. Additionally, the more with more uh, women participating in the workforce, the traditional family caregiving model in certain strain. This creates challenge like chronic illness, financial insecurity, and social isolation for older adults. To study this, I have used LASI data, and the respondents are elderly aged 60 and above. Outcome variables are depression and level of life satisfaction, and the explanatory variable is family characteristics, variables related to family characteristics. Statistical analysis, uh, I employed descriptive statistic to assess the characteristics of sample. Next, I performed bivariate and multivariate regression analysis to investigate the relationship between depression, life satisfaction, and the family characteristics. Coming to the result and findings, uh, this graph shows that the smaller households and living alone are strongly associated with higher depression and lower life satisfaction. Smaller living with family, especially with a spouse and children, provides emotional support that lowers depression, but larger households do not necessarily result in higher life satisfaction. Being married or in a union generally protect against both depression and dissatisfaction. And next is the association of depression with family characteristics, and another is the association of life satisfaction with family characteristics. In this, we can see that in term of household size, larger households provide emotional and caregiving support, which lower depression risk, especially in rural areas where multi-generational living is more common. Living arrangement, those who live alone face a much higher risk of depression compared to those living with family member, living with children or brothers or other family members. Marital status also play a critical role. Those not in union, like widowed and separated individuals, are more likely to experience depression. And in case of sex composition of children, having both sons and daughters seems to contribute positively to elderly mental health. Okay, now coming to the discussion. Household size and larger household size provide emotional and caregiving support, and which lowers depression risk, especially in rural areas where multi-generational living is more common. Additionally, living arrangement are key as social isolation leads to higher depression rates. Living with children or others can buffer against these effects. Interestingly, those living with both sons and daughters reports higher life satisfaction. This emphasizes the role of families supporting elderly mental health. Coming to the conclusion, to conclude, this study reveals significant variation in mental health outcomes depending on family structure, While some elderly individuals living alone manage to maintain good mental health, others living with family might still face challenges. It's important to recognize uh, that not all family structures guaranteed well-being, so personalized approaches to mental health care are essential. Policy should focus on strengthening social support, uh, enhancing mental health services, and promoting intergenerational solidarity. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Vandita. Wow, what an interesting topic. Family structures and intergenerational relationships. Such an important topic. I am glad I had an opportunity to listen to your insights. Thank you so much.